Past will not define me. Moving in my faith, walking in faith, royalty is around me. I was born to be a queen. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody woke up with a blessed day. It's your girl, Kim. I am back on here to give you guys another little talk, a little motivational talk. That's what I do. That's what I'm about. I put it out there so it can come back to me also. These little talks help me, they motivate me, and they keep me going. And that's just what it is. So today's topic is going to be knowing your worth. Worth and then your value. I talked about your worth and I've talked about your value a couple times throughout one of my videos. I believe that it's a very positive and a very dynamic topic to talk about because I think that it values around your whole life and your whole aspect of how you think about yourself. When it's all said and done, guys, we get into situations sometimes that is very hard to get put out. We have certain sicknesses that we can't deal with, or we just don't know how to deal with it. When we look at life and when we get hit and pushed down, because everybody will be hit, everybody will be knocked down. That's just the way life is. God said there's going to be trials and there is going to be tribulations. With that being said, we need to learn how to fight back. We need to learn these values, these strengths that we have within us. I believe that we all have these values. I believe we all have strengths. I don't believe that everybody's is the same. I believe they're all different. I believe we were all made unique in a certain way for a certain reason. And sometimes we just get clouded with everything that we got going on, with our daily life, with our kids, with our finances, with our relationships, whatever the cost may be. All those different things can cloud what our value is and what our real worth is. And when we get to a point where we want to get back and we want to tap into that value, into that worth, then I'm telling you, it's mind-blowing. It puts a sense of peace into your life that I believe everybody needs. With me being a stress tech and learning these different techniques, knowing that a lot of stress that we put on ourselves can cause us to have sicknesses, is just mind-blowing to me. It's totally mind-blowing. It starts in the mind. The mindset is everything, guys. I believe, I've said it over and over again, I believe if you think something, if you think a certain way about yourself, like I tell my daughter, if you think that you're this type of way, trust and believe everybody else around you would think the same thing. It starts with you. It starts with you, guys. You need to get yourself, one of the things that I recommend that you do, that I do, my circle is very small. It's very small for a reason. I don't have a lot of people on social media. I'm not a social media fan where I'm just constantly on here. I mean, I'm not judging. That's your thing. Then, hey, like I said, we're all different creatures. So we are all born different ways and we all do different things. But I am trying to get myself out there because I'm trying to put something positive out there that I believe that needs to come back. You know, so these videos that I do, I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit off topic, but the videos that I do it for a reason. I do it so somebody can hear, somebody can learn from it, and somebody can grow from it. Even if one little thing that I say, you take it and you tell somebody else, either way it goes, it's moving on. It's making progress. I believe in progress. I don't believe that I have to take a big jump to see a progress. I believe every little thing that I do, I move towards the progress. I move towards that goal or whatever the case may be. Me right now, you know, finding my worth, finding my values. You have to learn how to learn these things. And there's a lot of things that you can do. But the first and the main thing you need to do, guys, you need to put yourself in a space where you can literally, you can learn your thoughts. You can learn what you're saying. How are you talking to yourself? Don't sit up there and say you don't do it, because everybody does it. We have our conscious mind and then our own subconscious mind. I call it the Holy Ghost. You know, our conscious mind, our Holy Ghost is, we use like 5% every day. And our subconscious mind takes a whole bunch of different feelings, thoughts, things that we don't went through in our life, at our whole entire life. And that's what we base it on. And that's what we use it on. Majority of the time, that's all we're using. We're going the easy route out. Oh, well, let's just do this. But we've always had that in the back of our mind, somebody sitting here, Holy Ghost, is telling us, no, don't do that. That's why when you get yourself in these situations, you be like, man, I should have listened to my first set of mindset. Start listening. I recommend that you start listening to your first set of mindset. I truly recommend that you guys do that. I'm sorry for stuttering, but hey, it is what it is. I'm coming at you real. I'm coming at you 100. I believe that in order to do that, guys, we have to learn certain steps. We have to learn certain things to just pay attention to how we talk to ourselves. Pay attention when we're at work and somebody says something and it pisses us off or whatever the cause may be. And we go and we tell somebody else, well, this person did this person did that, in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I honestly believe if you put good out there, good will come back to you. Sometimes we can't see that, but that's okay, because faith is the substance of believing and not seeing. So it's all right, because as long as you did something good, you'll be all right. As long as you controlled the situation with your mind, your thoughts, and you said you took the higher road out, you will be okay, because you're learning these little steps. I recommend that you take time every day. Every day I take time out. I will pray. I pray all day. I mean, that's just what it is. I've always been like that. It doesn't matter where I'm at in my life right now. I just don't got a little bit more stronger, and it's okay, because I start to learn my worth. I start to learn my value. When you find your value and you learn these words that you have, you start being unnegotiable. You start seeing things in a different way. You start standing up for yourself. It's all good. This is all these things are things that you are supposed to do. I am a woman of God. I walk with faith. This is what I do. So I know that I'm non-negotiable. I have boundaries. I set my boundaries. I don't want to get up every morning worrying about something that happened yesterday that I can't fix. Either we're going to fix it and we're going to deal with it, or we're going to move on. It's all right to disagree. It's perfectly all right. We don't have to agree on everything. And this can be with your job, with your relationship, now when it comes to kids, I said, now, the kids need to listen and they need to agree regardless, because what mama says is what goes, point blank, period. You don't have to like it. That's just what it is. We need to get back to the basics when it comes to the kids. Now, once again, I am sorry for getting off key, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just coming at you raw. So that's one thing, mindset, the very first thing. Got to get our mindset. I recommend that you pray. I recommend that you get some type of peace every day. Every day. You do this by getting yourself in a quiet space and just listening to your thoughts. Listen to your thoughts. Listen to how you're beating up yourself or how you're praising yourself. Find a way to praise your own self. Like I said it before, be your own cheerleader. You don't need nobody to be your cheerleader. If you got God in you, that's my belief, then hey, I'm good with that. I don't need nobody to tell me how amazing I am, how beautiful I am, how empowerment I am. I don't need my job or where I live to define who I am. I know who I am because I know it. I feel it. I don't have to see it. I feel it and I know it. You have to get to that point. As with understanding your worth, guys, you have to understand your worth. When you understand that, that builds your confidence up. You walk and you talk like you are a queen. You do these things and it's perfectly fine if don't nobody else around you. If you find yourself around people that don't see you like that, you might need to change your circle. That's why I say my circle is very small. It's small for a reason. And it's not just because I don't trust a lot of people. We have to understand, guys, we have to not necessarily have our guards up, but we just need to be aware of the company that we keep. Certain company will hinder us, break us down, keep us right there just because they're comfortable right there. They don't want you to move on. Granted, I'm telling you, change when you're changing and you're seeing your worth, seeing your value, seeing all that in you. Certain people around you, if you find that certain people around you are not liking that type of change, especially when you're not hurting nobody, especially when you're doing nothing but good. You know what I'm saying? When you're working on yourself and somebody has a problem with you doing that, you might want to rethink that relationship and what you got going on with that person. You know what I'm saying? You have to be aware of your surroundings, guys. When you be aware of your surroundings, then I'm telling you, things will start looking up and start looking very different for you. Okay? Ask yourself, who am I? These are questions that I ask myself every day. It's a very hard question to sit up here and ask yourself, who am I? Because you don't want to sit up here and you don't want to put out there that, oh, because I work at this job, because I do this, that this is the type of person that I am. You really need to ask yourself, who are you? Are you a leader? Are you a queen? Hint, hint. Are you a giver? I mean, what were you put on this earth for? Are you a mother? Are you, I mean, who are you? Are you a person? Are you the one that everybody knows that if they come to you, that you won't judge them? Who are you and why are you here? Those are questions. Because when you ask yourself, who are you, you have to get to a point when you know your worth and you know your understanding and you ask yourself those questions, you get to love yourself way more than you used to do. You love the authentic self. When it's all said and done, with the weave, without the weave, with the nails, without the nails, with the car, without the car, either way it goes, you still know who you are. That stuff does not define you. Is it all right to have it? Yes, it is. We all want it. It's all good, but it doesn't define you because you know who you are. Those are very, very good points to know. If you find yourself comparing yourself to others, like I say, comparison is the enemy of joy. I tell my kids this all the time, and I put that out there because I want them to see they're authentic, their inside and their out. You know, your inside is so beautiful. I don't care what you can find people, guys, that look a certain type of way and people would judge them. Kids are very cruel nowadays. I am not no fan of no bullies. I'm not no fan of comparing yourself, talking about somebody because somebody got this and they don't have this. I don't like that at all. I just do not recommend it at all for my kids. Will these kids go? I'm getting off subject, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, back to your authentic self. Love your authentic self. Take everything off. Look at yourself in the mirror and love your whole self when it's all said and done. Because when you love your authentic self and you love yourself to the fullest, everybody else will. Everybody else will. You'll start attracting these type of people to you. These people will want to be around you because they feel this aura, they feel this energy that you put out there. Like, man, this girl's on fire about her own self. And it's not being cocky. It's not being, I have confidence. Point blank, period. We have to build these things. I said it once again, key points. Be around people that love you. Stay away from those that want to change you. You know, be who you are. We're old enough to make our own decisions. We are old enough to make our own decisions. And we need to ask ourselves, are we really happy? Are you really happy? Or is this person bringing you down? The company you keep, don't be fake, guys. Do not be fake. Take off the mask, put on the real you. Put on the real you. The real you would be so much more happier. I'm sorry, but I've said it. The stress and it's trying to compare yourself with everybody else, it'll make you sick. And hell, it's just tiring. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got 100 other things, and then I got to put on the mask and act like I'm this person, act like I'm living this happy this life when I'm really not. No, I want to live this happy, fulfillment, joyful, peaceful. Just this life that the Lord has put me down here for. And that's what it's all about. We take off these masks and we be okay with it. And how you can do that, I tell you again, surround yourself with people that really, truly, authentically love the real you. It's okay. I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. People are attracted to that type of stuff. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I'm not attracted to I'm not attracted to all that other stuff. I'm just not. It's just not good for my soul. We got to protect our soul when it's all said and done. Last tip, never stop believing in yourself. We will get shot down. I've said it before, knocked down, beat down, whatever the cost may be. We will go through these things in life. That's just the way life is. We will have trials. We will have tribulations. It's not about the fact that you got knocked down. It's about getting back up, and it's how you got back up. Did I learn from this? Or am I going to keep doing this over and over again? Because if it puts you down one time, 2 times, however many times it is, because we're not perfect. I'm not saying that we are. Sometimes we continue to make these mistakes because we can't see. That's where your vision comes in at. That's when you understand, like I said, getting to know your worth, knowing your value. When you know your worth and you know your value, you get your vision back, guys. That's where hanging around certain people, being around certain type of people, they would knock it right up out of you. They would knock that vision out of you. You can't even see straight. They say love is blind. Shit. You think you in love. I mean, because love, I believe the agape love, that love right there ain't blind, baby. You see things in a whole different aspect. I can't even explain it. And that's what we all want. We don't want that fake love. We don't want that knock me down love and then I stay down. Get back up whenever they say get back up. Or you do this and then or I'll do this for you. Whatever the cost may be. Know your worth. Take control over your own emotions. When it's all said and done, you're in control of your own life. Your mind tells you to do whatever you need to do. It tells you to get up. It tells you to sit down. It tells you to go brush your teeth. It tells you to get up and go to, either way it goes, your mind is telling you to do these. Now you might have things behind it telling you, okay, I have to do this. I have to go to work. We all have to do these things. We all have to raise our kids. We all have these responsibilities that we have. Yes. But we can't do it if we ain't put our mind to it and we're not actually putting it in motion. Guys, these are good tips. Controlling your emotions. When you do that, you open doors for others, the right people to come in, and you'll shut the doors for the wrong people to stay away. I'm all about self-love. I'm all about loving yourself. I'm all about putting that love back out there, letting it come back to you. I'm all about believing in yourself. Taking all this and loving on yourself. Putting it out there. Just have that worth, have that joy, have that peace. And we just need to act. We just need to act on it. Last tip, I said it, sorry. Don't let people take your joy. Don't let people take your joy, guys. Don't do it. I've said enough. This was just the talk. This is the talk for the morning. So, like I said, touched in on a couple little different tips. I hope it motivated you guys. Please show the love. Please pass on. Please share. Send your comments. And love on yourself. All of you. Your authentic self. Because when it's all said and done, you are more than enough. God bless. Bye.